My name is Alexandra. Standing in the grand courtroom, I took a deep breath, my heart pounding with a mix of nervousness and determination. The judge was about to deliver the verdict of my divorce case, a moment I'd been waiting for with bated breath. Opposite me sat Ethan, my soon-to-be ex-husband, looking smug yet a bit nervous. His lawyer was beside him, holding a thick folder, ready to argue. As I looked back, I remembered how it all started. I grew up in a small coastal town. My father, Henry, was a fisherman, a hard, working and kind-hearted man. He always encouraged my passion for painting, saying I had a gift that could light up the world. My mother, Lily, was a schoolteacher. She was practical and often worried about making ends meet, so she didn't quite understand my dreams of becoming an artist. One summer, Ethan, a wealthy city boy, came to our town for a vacation. He was charming at first, showering me with compliments and taking me to places I'd only ever imagined. I was naive and thought I'd found my Prince Charming. We got married, and I moved to the city with him. But things changed quickly after the wedding. Ethan became more and more focused on his business. I was left alone in our large mansion, feeling like a decorative item in his perfect life. His mother, Olivia, never accepted me. She was a cold and haughty woman who always made me feel like an outsider. Then I discovered Ethan was having an affair with Isabella, a socialite. When I confronted him, he laughed at me, saying I was just a small town girl who didn't fit into his world. I was heartbroken, but also realized I couldn't keep living like this. So I decided to leave and filed for divorce. After the divorce, I moved back into a tiny apartment. I started selling my paintings to make a living. One day, I received an email from a man named Victor. He was a successful entrepreneur looking for an artist to paint a portrait of his son, Leo. I was nervous, but knew this was a great opportunity. When I went to Victor's mansion for the first time, I met his second wife, Vivian. She was beautiful but had a cold and unwelcoming look in her eyes. She seemed to be hiding something, and there was an odd tension between her and Victor. One day, an old man, George, who turned out to be Victor's father, approached me. He was a retired detective. He told me he suspected Vivian of being involved in some shady financial schemes. He showed me some bank transaction records that indicated she was transferring large sums of money to an anonymous account. He asked me to place a camera in Vivian's office to get proof. I was hesitant at first. I was just an artist, not a detective. But I couldn't ignore George's warnings. So one night, I secretly placed a camera in Vivian's office. The next day, I watched the footage on my phone. I heard Vivian talking to a man on the phone. They were planning to take over Victor's company and were even talking about getting rid of George if he got in their way. I knew I had to tell Victor. When I showed him the video, he was furious. He called his security expert, Ryan, to help. They confronted Vivian. She tried to deny everything and even attacked George. But Ryan was quick and stopped her. It turned out Vivian was doing all this to avenge her father, who George had put in prison years ago. The police were called, and Vivian was arrested. Back in the courtroom, the judge finally spoke. The court rejects the defendant's objection to asset division. Due to evidence of misuse of shared assets for personal gain, the defendant is ordered to reimburse the plaintiff an amount equal to the misused funds. The marriage between Alexandra and Ethan is officially dissolved. I exhaled deeply, feeling a weight lifted off my shoulders. George stood by my side, a silent pillar of support. Victor also offered to help me build my art career. In the months that followed, my life started to change. I took on more art commissions and gradually built my name in the art world. One day, Victor came to my studio. He knelt down on one knee and proposed to me. I was overwhelmed with emotions. I had once thought love was a lie, but Victor showed me that true love was about support and partnership. I said yes, and we walked out of the studio hand in hand, ready to face the future together.